Welcome to the Art Studio. This is a short lesson on optical illusions and the use of space. Optical illusions are artwork that trick the eye, make you think things are happening. They aren't really there. Our inspiration for this project is an artist known as Victor Vasarely, who's also known as the father of op art. Let's take a look. This is Victor Vasarely. He was born in 1908 in Hungary and left us in 1997 in France. He's known as the leader or father of the op art movement of the 1960s. And this was a movement that used disorienting effects to create often impossible images to the human eye. Here's one of his famous series, Vega, using geometric shapes and color to give the illusion that things are becoming 3D. This was one of Vasarely's first images in his graphic design career that created optical illusions. This piece is from a series called Vasarely from the 1970s and will inspire our project today. Alright, what you want for this project is a piece of paper, pencil, a marker or a Sharpie, probably an eraser, and if you have a ruler, bonus, or you could use a straight edge, or you could just kind of eyeball it. Okay, the first thing that you're going to do is block off a rectangular shape. You can eyeball that or you can use a ruler. A little trick when you use a ruler, I like to make sure that the edge is lined up with something I know is straight. And I know that this piece of paper is straight, so I'm going to go ahead and line it up right there. Draw a light line. Next thing that you're going to do is draw a diagonal line from corner to corner. And that's where the straight edge comes in handy. Right, and on that diagonal line, I'm going to make a mark, I don't know, maybe half an inch or every inch all the way across. Those are going to be what guides our vertical and horizontal lines later. You can have more dots, which will represent more lines, or you could have less, which would make these stripes a little bit thicker. The next thing that I'm going to do is fill in the stripes. I've chosen to keep it classic with a black Sharpie. You could also use colors, markers or crayons, or even watercolor. So the first thing you're going to do, this bottom left area, is this entire rectangle is going to be filled in. This is what's going to give the illusion of space and depth. Once you're done with your Sharpie, go ahead and grab your pencil. And you can use just a run-of-the-mill 2B pencil. What you're looking for is something that has range. So if you press down, you'll get a darker value. And once you loosen up your grip and press lighter, then your value will become lighter. So we're going to actually add some value into this space. So it's going to go from dark to light. So this diagonal space and below is what you're going to be covering. So we're going to actually give the illusion that we're going deep into space. What we're going to be doing is called cross-hatching. Hatching this way is just kind of like a diagonal line, and then I like to go back in the opposite way and fill it in. Just making sure that I'm just putting in a light value right now. It's a little sloppy at first. That's okay. I'm going to come in and clean it up. We're also going to use our finger to smear. So that's just kind of like basically we're right here at the value scale. I'm going to go back in and layer it a little darker. Right, when you feel like you're done, you can use your finger and kind of rub and blend together. If you happen to go outside of the space, you can always erase it. And then you can add more if you feel like it's not dark enough, which I'm not sure this is. Just kind of play with the hatching, layering. And what I'm noticing, I think that I like when there are more stripes, I feel like there's more space and depth in it than the larger stripes. So that's something to keep in mind when you're working on yours.